Today, the divas of Dortmund and figure skating's finest, where in this rink, the sky's the limit in spite of the ceiling. Pairs and singles, Americans and Canadians who skate for glory. Power is a drug. Today we wrestle with issues in Canadian sport. Are we swimming upstream in search of these victorious moments? Final breath of the winter season being felt across the country. Hi everybody, welcome to the Laurentians in Sports Saturday. I'm Scott Russell. This is Mount Avia, the site of the Canadian Snowboard Championships, and about 10 minutes up the road is Mont Gabriel. That's where the Canadian freestylers will hold their national championships. For both sports, it's a final stamp on the competitive season, and for us, it's a final run at our first season on Sports Saturday. We'll take a hiatus, and then we'll be back near the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. But we've got plenty to deal with today, including the World Figure Skating Championships from Dortmund, Germany. Today our coverage includes the ladies free skate. Jennifer Robinson of Windsor, Ontario flies Canadian colors again, as does teenager Joannie Rochette of Quebec. They'll be in tough against a strong international field. Our crew on hand in Dortmund to provide same-day coverage of all the ice divas at the World Championships. We'll also conduct a very special athletes forum, including 7 of the top sportsmen and women in the country. We'll also have the head of the COC, the Canadian Olympic Committee, Chris Rudge, and the new Minister of State for Sport, that would be Stan Keys. We'll discuss issues like doping, funding, and whether or not Canada should pursue an elite system of sport as we head to the Vancouver Whistler Olympic Games in 2010. That's at the end of the show. Right now, let's move to the present. The World Figure Skating Championships in Germany. We'll send you out to our crew there, Mark Lee, Paul Martini, and Barb Underhill. And here is our host in Dortmund, Brian Williams.
Saturday's a big day for shopping here in Germany. The pedestrian mall in downtown Dortmund is jammed, and it's a sellout here at the Westfalenhalle. Michelle Kwan is a 5-time world champion. However, this is only her second major competition of the year. That could be why she has not been at her best. She'll need to be this afternoon. Sasha Cohen, the 2003 Grand Prix champion, seemingly no longer intimidated by Kwan. We'll find out for sure today in the free skate. She was brilliant in the short. Look out for the Japanese, only 16 years old. Miki Ando stunned her country by winning this year's national title. Effortless speed, great power in the long program. Japan's junior champion way back in 1995, Shizuka Arakawa, has enjoyed a rebirth in her international skating over the past 2 years. 18-year-old Joannie Rochette, brilliant in the long program at the Canadians, she'll have to be sharp here this afternoon. Back at the Westfalenhalle here in Dortmund, Germany, for the 6th and final day of competition. The gala goes tomorrow night, the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brian Williams. Welcome back to Germany. Well, after 6 days of rain, we've got bright sunshine here this afternoon and a temperature of +9. That is the Westfalenhalle behind me. It's really part of a huge complex. If we can move, and you'll see it to your left as you look at home, that's a hotel. And then to the left of the hotel, those yellow girders are the top of a huge football stadium. It seats 70,000 plus, and it will be one of the venues when Germany hosts the World Cup of Soccer in 2006. Our focus here today, though, is figure skating, the women's long program. Coming in, the story was American Michelle Kwan. On this Saturday afternoon, the story is her young teammate Sasha Cohen and 2 outstanding Japanese skaters, Ando and Arakawa. Now, in head-to-head competition between Kwan and Cohen at big competitions, Cohen is 0 for 3. But Sasha Cohen has a new coach, Robin Wagner, who coached Sarah Hughes to a gold medal in Salt Lake City. I spoke with Wagner here last night, and she said, look, I haven't really had a lot of time to work with Sasha, but what I've done is got her focusing on herself instead of her opponents, and you'll see different results here come Saturday today. One other point, Cohen has amazing flexibility. She's got that one spin where one leg is straight up in the air. I said, how do you do it? She said, stretching. I asked her coach, she said, no, it's not stretching. It comes from up above. Right now, let's go inside as we say good afternoon to Mark Lee, Barbara Underhill, and Paul Martini. Mark?
Thank you, Brian. Indeed, Sasha Cohen is poised for the greatest moment in her skating career. But she has a history of folding in the free skate, especially in the presence of Michelle Kwan. The five-time and defending world champion Kwan, though, has dug herself a hole. She starts from fourth today, Barb.
Well, you know, there's been so many surprises here this week, but one of the biggest happened in the short program when Michelle Kwan laid a brilliant skate down, and it was only fourth best. That's just an indication of how strong this field really is. But I think that takes the fact that Michelle's in fourth takes a little bit of heat off of Sasha. She's one of the most, well, if not the most gifted skater in the world today. She's never been able to show us that on the world scene. For her, the biggest thing is this long program. She's really struggled with this all season long, but I think with the new coach and the new approach, this just might be her day.
And how about the Japanese skaters, Shizuka Arakawa and Miki Ando, the world junior champion? They're 2 and 3 after the short program, and 2 more examples of how the landscape has changed, Paul, for Michelle Kwan.
It certainly has, and this field is so deep. The Japanese have got 3 women here, and the woman who was the Grand Prix champion as well as the bronze medalist at these world championships the past 2 years, Fumie Suguri of Japan, is currently in 8th place. But when you look at her teammates, Arakawa and Ando, they give Japan an excellent shot here. You have to remember that Cohen and Arakawa have been slightly inconsistent this year, but Ando has been anything but. She has won 6 consecutive competitions coming to these Worlds, and they give Japan a solid chance at winning, for it's been 10 years since Yuka Sato won this event for Japan, and today we may hear that national anthem of Japan before the afternoon is finished.
Big crowd. This should be a terrific afternoon in Dortmund as we take one more look at the standings coming out of the women's short program. There's Sasha Cohen in first place, the Japanese skaters 2 and 3, Michelle Kwan in fourth place. Now, she can still win the gold medal, but it doesn't look very likely. Also today, we'll see a former world champion, Irina Slutskaya, who has made a courageous comeback from serious heart problems. The lead Canadian is Joannie Rochette, skating from 9th place, and from 13th place, the 6-time and former Canadian champion, Jennifer Robinson, in what may well be her final world championship. And now a woman with a distinguished career in women's figure skating in Canada, the 6-time national champion, Jennifer Robinson of Windsor. And the Maple Leafs flying in support of Jennifer this afternoon in Dortmund. She was 13th after the short program.
She has a very aggressive program planned here today. 2 triple-triple combinations scheduled.
So far for Jen, this has been an outstanding competition. She skated great in her qualifying and in the short. Let's see how she does here. Let's get this up in the air. Beautiful.
And unfortunately for Jennifer, she has not been rewarded by the judges.
Jump that gives her some difficulty, the triple flip. Very nice.
solid triple loop jump.
Second triple Lutz plant here.
Hold your head high, Jennifer Robinson. She lost her title this year to Cynthia Phaneuf, but she has distinguished herself in Dortmund as a pro.
She has to be so proud of what she has done. I don't think I've ever seen Jennifer skate so well in all three areas of the competition. She came up very big here. She did not get rewarded in the qualifying or the short, but I think she has to feel really good about what she's done.
I've been so impressed with how she's reacted to the criticism that we're always so easily heaping upon these skaters when they don't perform or say that they don't do something well enough. She's always gone home, taken it to heart, and worked very hard to improve upon those areas, and for that she gets very high marks on my scorecard.
Great job. Great job.
Where's the Kleenex?
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for everything.
This is one of the two triple Lutzes that she did in this program. Both were in sequences. She'll get credit for both.
And her jumps have never looked better.
This is no doubt an emotional time for Jennifer Robinson of Windsor. She said this has been the toughest year as a national team athlete in the past decade, trying to redefine her style as a skater and pushing her boundaries. And now the marks for her free skate. Technical merit ranging from 4.7 to 5.4. Presentation 4.9 to 5.5. And so Jennifer Robinson is temporarily in first place. We'll be back with more from Dortmund right after this. Now from Russia, the two-time Russian national champion, Elena Sokolova. She won the Russian title for the second straight year against a field that was considered weak by Russian standards, but she has begun to regain her form after an injury-plagued summer and fall.
She had a very decent skate in the qualifying round. She was second, but then things really did not go very well for her at all in the short program, and puts her in 11th spot coming into this long. But she's capable of some big elements like this opening combination, triple Lutz, triple toe.
Triple flip jump. 2-foot landing there. second triple combination, triple sow, triple toe. A little bit of a cheat on the landing of the second jump.
Last year at the World Championships, Elena Sokolova was second to Michelle Kwan. She had strong jumps, but weak choreography, and the judges scored her high technically, but she could not win those presentation marks and was unable to beat Kwan.
Doubles her second planned triple Lutz.
From injury oblivion with gusto. Elena Sokolova of Russia.
This is a personal victory for her, just to be back here. You could see she went out there with so much determination. She wanted it really badly, but with the mistakes on the jumps and as well the artistic merit of the program not being up there with the others in this group, it's not going to do it for her. But I think you can see from her face, she's just pleased to have been out there.
Her performance here this week clearly demonstrates how important it is to skate well in every component of the week. She had a good qualifying round, but struggled in the short and really took herself out of the competition with her poor performance in the short program.
Here's a look at the triple Lutz. You can see this tiny little cheat on the end there. She goes up into the at least a quarter turn cheat on the end there.
Elena Sokolova, she's been through knee surgery and groin surgery this year, and now she awaits proudly her marks here in the free skate. For technical merit, they range from 5.0 to 5.7. And for presentation, 5.3 to 5.7. So Elena Sokolova moves into first place temporarily. Now here's Brian with Canada's Jennifer Robinson.
Thank you, Mark. It was at the World Championships in 1995 in Birmingham, England. I interviewed a teenager from Windsor, Ontario. You had trouble qualifying that day, and you said to me, "Don't worry, I'll be back." You've been back many times. Have you ever skated a long program this well?
Definitely not an event that's been this solid. It's been an emotional week, an incredible week, and to come out and finish with such a strong long program skate, it's everything that Doug and Michelle and I have been working so hard for. Michelle
and Doug Lee are Jennifer's coaches from the Mariposa Club in Barrie, Ontario. I should have introduced you at the top. It's a very emotional time for you. What did Jennifer say past
well, I guess we're just trying to, pull a bunch of memories together all in the final and just enjoy the moment. And I'm just so proud of everything she's got from herself. It's been a great week, and it's been a great 14 years.
Doug, can you talk about her character?
Vibrant, vivacious, stubborn, likes to push me around a little bit, but right now she can't. Absolutely first-class young lady. And what a treat to be able to be the 14 years with her, and Michelle, of course, and it's been a great journey.
Now, Mark Lee said, you said earlier, this has been the toughest year of your life. Late in your career, trying to reach new limits. Everyone's talking about it's been a good 14 years. What does this mean?
Well, I'm going to officially announce my retirement right now, and it's been a fantastic career. I didn't know it's very emotional. I'm just so pleased to have skated such 3 strong programs to finish off my career in such a positive light.
Anything you'd like to say, your family back home?
Hi, Mom and Dad. Mom, you're probably crying because I'm crying. Wipe away the tears. It's been so great. Thank you so much for all your support to the fans in Canada. You guys really kept me going. It's been a very difficult year. Your support and your messages of encouragement have been so strong. And thank you to Doug and Michelle. You guys have been amazing. I pushed you. You pushed back. That pretty much sums it up.
Let me just say, you've always represented this country with class and dignity.
It's a trait that my parents instilled in me. They're great examples, and it's easier to be happy and positive and look within yourself for that strength than to kind of react in a negative way, and I don't think that's been my style, and it never will be.
What's in the future?
I don't know. I don't know what's up. We're going to sit down and chat and just have a celebration tonight, and then we'll look to the future after that.
Jennifer, Michelle, Doug, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Stay with us. Lots more to come. Up next, the amazing Irina Slutskaya as CBC's coverage continues from the 2004 World Championships here in Dortmund, Germany. And we welcome you back to Dortmund, Germany, CBC's continuing coverage of the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships. And stretching and preparing behind me, along with her coach Robin Wagner, is American Sasha Cohen, who was brilliant here last night in the short program and is the leader heading into the free skate, and you'll see her still to come today here on CBC. One of the amazing stories here this week involves the 2002 world champion and the silver medalist from Salt Lake City, Irina Slutskaya. Her mother is home on dialysis 3 days a week. Irina herself last year suffered from pericarditis. Now, pericarditis is an inflammation of the sac surrounding the heart. Most medical people said she would never ever skate again. She had virtually no strength, but she was back on skates last November. So the fact she's here at all and competing is really a victory. And as you'll see in this feature, there is a noticeable change in her appearance. Still, she soldiers on and says, I'll be back in a big way.
Yeah, it was serious, of course, because first of all, nobody knows what's happening with me, you know. I had like white fingers and swollen legs, and nobody knows what is it, you know. When they tell me what is it, I was scared because somebody said, you should lie on the bed like 6 months. I'm like, pardon me? Yeah, 6 months. Somebody said, skating? Hey girls, are you crazy? No, skate, no more. And other doctors say, okay, just try, just be careful. Because, you know, everything what I have now, I mean like normal legs, it can come back any minute, you know. I can wake up and I can see like swelling legs and bruise again. And they say, just be careful. I know what is it sport, I know what is it life, I know what's being in the top and what's being somewhere, yeah. And I'm just trying to do my best, I'm just trying to enjoy, I'm just happy what I can do, you know. I'm happy I can compete here, I'm happy I'm on the ice again, because without ice, I feel really, really bad, you know. And the skating helped me to recovering. Not all recover, but going to recover, you know. And I'm happy I can do it. You will see it. I don't know what kind of skater we will see. You will see Irina Slutskaya. Other question, how she look, how I look.
When I sat down earlier today to do the interview with Irina Slutskaya, I was amazed at how buoyant she is, how positive she is after the year she's been through. She is the comeback story of the year in figure skating. She missed the whole season with a rash of health problems, and she's getting a tremendous ovation right here. Serious heart problems. Her mother waiting for a kidney transplant on dialysis back home, mounting hospital bills. And just 2 weeks ago, she was approved by the Russian Federation to skate here today. This is already a victory.
Well, the last time she skated at World Championships in 2002, she won it. But this is much more than about the medals here. She's just so happy to be here. It's the jump that gave her problems in the short, and she pops it again. She comes back with a triple sow, double loop, double sow.
Very nice triple toe.
Timing was off on the takeoff of that triple flip. She's certainly not anywhere close to where she was at the Olympic Games when she won silver or the gold at the World Championships. But she's, I think, doing far better than any of us expected her to.
Impressive when you consider it wasn't until March the 9th when she got permission to come here.
And this crowd is now just carrying her along.
resounding ovation from the world champ of 2 years ago, Irina Slutskaya, throwing caution to the wind in a courageous free skate in Dortmund.
You know, often the experiences that we learn in our sport are those that help us survive in real life. And this is the case for Irina.
Given her lead up to this competition, this was as fine a program as she could have possibly delivered. Yes, she had some trouble with the big ticket items, but those that she did do, she did very, very well. And I'm delighted to see this audience just recognize who she is, what she's done, and be so appreciative of her effort here today.
Here's a look at the triple Salchow combination. This had great spring in the air. She goes up into the double loop. In the past, that would have been a triple, but she nailed that one.
And now the marks for Irina Slutskaya of Russia. For technical merit, and she pays a price, 4-3 to 5-4, much to the chagrin of this crowd, and they let the judges know it. In presentation, 5-1 to 5-7. So Slutskaya moves on top here in the free skate. Our coverage of the World Figure Skating Championships from Dortmund continue after. Welcome back to the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships, presented by BMO Financial Group. The next skater from Japan, Fumie Suguri, steadies herself for her long program. She upset Sasha Cohen of the United States to win the Grand Prix final in Colorado Springs in December. She is a two-time world bronze medalist. In 8th place after the short program.
The Japanese women's program has to be regarded as the strongest in the world today.
This is her strongest jump. The triple Lutz, triple toe combination planned. Double toe on the end. Clean triple flip.
Another triple scheduled here, a triple Salchow.
And she doubles. For the triple loop, this is one she struggles with often. Very cautious going in. She does it. A little bit of a cheat on the end.
Second triple Lutz is very well done.
And it's that jump that Michelle Kwan taught Fumie Suguri how to do when she was just 13 years of age. And watching Kwan, the 5-time champion, still to come today, as she trained at her home rink in Japan.
Many skaters designed these programs knowing that they'd be used in the Grand Prix circuit under quota points. And one of the things here that she has done is a very difficult combination right near the end of the program. Triple flip. Excellent combination.
And under the code of points, that would give her extra marks because it is so close to the end of the program. I just love the lightness of her skating. She's absolutely effortless, has great speed.
Fumie Suguri, the most elegant of the Japanese skaters, and a wonderful free skate.
She showed signs of being incredibly emotional at the conclusion of this performance. It's hard to relate to the type of pressure that these girls are under at an event such as this.
Really broken up here.
And the Japanese Federation has been known to put a tremendous amount of pressure on their skaters. I think she's feeling quite a bit of relief here.
The two-time bronze medalist the past 2 years, but she won't make the podium today.
Her opening triple Lutz here. She carries great speed in and out of the jump into a double toe loop.
Triple flip, good height, little bit of a cheat on the landing.
Now the marks for Fumie Suguri of Japan in the women's free skating program. For technical merit, the marks range from 5.2 to 5.8. And for presentation, 5.6 to 5.9. A nice way to finish here in Germany. Fumie Suguri moves into first place. When we come back to Dortmund, Joannie Rochette skates for Canada.
We're back in the Quebec Laurentians, an hour north of Montreal. On the south side of the St. Lawrence River, 2 hours from here, is Sorel, the home of Canadian figure skating champ Cynthia Phaneuf. Now, Phaneuf is young, brilliant, shows all kinds of potential. Here's the catch. She's only 16 years of age, and she's attending the World Figure Skating Championships in Dortmund, Germany, as merely an observer. As Bob Babinski explains, Phaneuf's dreams of red, white, and gold may require a little patience.
It's Monday afternoon in Drummondville, an hour outside of Montreal. This is Collège Saint-Bernard, home to more than 800 students. Among them, the Canadian women's skating champion. Cynthia Phaneuf is a grade 10 student who leaves her parents back home in Montreal all week so she can train here. She chose this school because it offers athletes a flexible schedule. This afternoon, she's learning to speak English.
You're going to tell me in your own words what you have read.
Phaneuf appears more shy than many students, but her teacher says looks can be deceiving.
When she's in the front of a class, she's a completely different person. You can see her personality, you can see how she knows how to express herself. So she's a very fine young woman.
Phaneuf already shows her personality on her skates. She hopes one day to carry that energy into the courtroom.
J'aimerais beaucoup devenir avocate parce que c'est un métier qui m'attire. Pourtant, j'ai pas personne dans ma famille qui a fait ça ou que je connais bien, qui a fait une carrière là-dedans.
When she's not in class, laying the groundwork for that law degree, you'll likely find Phaneuf with her best friends. Jessica Dubé, who is also a skater, the Canadian Junior Pairs champion, and Jessica Garner.
She always smiles, always. She's never sad. Life is always good for her.
These friendships go back 4 years. They're a constant for Phaneuf, a comfort, ever since her skating world changed so dramatically earlier this year at the Canadian Championships.
Unbelievable.
Phaneuf became an overnight skating celebrity this winter, first winning the singles title in Edmonton, and later winning silver at the Four Continents competition in Hamilton. And being in the spotlight, what girl doesn't think about clothes?
I love shopping.
J'aime ça beaucoup essayer du linge, j'aime ça avoir des nouvelles choses, j'aime ça. Je pense que le patinage artistique c'est un petit peu ça, c'est d'être tout le temps bien arrangé.
It's all yours. Thanks.
In some ways, Phaneuf is expected to grow up quickly now, both on and off the ice. The 16-year-old recently got her learner's permit. She likes to practice out front of the rink in Drummondville, where one of her skating coaches is putting time in as driving coach.
When she was young, you know, I would give her candies if she does nice stuff on the ice. But now that she's 16, the candies don't work anymore, so I offer her to drive my car and she likes it. It's like $100 for her.
Dinner every night is with the Garners, the family she boards with. It's a long way from her own parents, who live in a suburb of Montreal, but something she got used to in grade 7 when she first moved to Drummondville to follow her coaches.
C'est sûr que première secondaire, j'ai un petit peu plus de misère que maintenant. Mais là, ça fait 4 ans maintenant, fait que ça me dérange pas.
She calls the Garners her second family. These days, they all make time for their favorite TV show, Star Académie, Quebec's version of American Idol. As she watches other young Quebecers chasing their own dreams, shooting for the stars, she can't help but dream of her own future, her goal of one day becoming Olympic and world champion. In Drummondville, Quebec, I'm Bob Babinski.
Next, they'll dance to the tune of one. More of the ladies' free skate when we return to Dortmund.
From Canada, 18-year-old Joannie Rochette out of Île-du-Pas, Quebec, the silver medalist at the Canadian Championships. And again, the flags fly for her here in Germany. She was 17th 1 year ago of the World Championships, and it looks like she'll go exponentially better here the second time around.
And as always for Joannie, it's all about landing that triple Lutz. She's landed it 3 times in competition this year, twice in this event.
She is 9th after the short program.
She'll open with one of her best jumps, the triple loop.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that, she just sat down there.
I felt like she rushed it. She was in such a hurry to get it up and in the air. It never did get up high enough.
Well, that does not put her in a good frame of mind going into her most difficult jump. But she does it.
Good speed, nice change of position in her flying camel spin.
Next jump, the triple flip, is one of her best jumps, although she did miss it twice in the qualifying. Very well done.
Followed up with a solid triple toe.
She's back on track.
Last year, Joannie was talking about her experience at the World Championships And she said she saw how comfortable the big stars like Michelle Kwan and Sarah Hughes were on the ice, and she said, I have a lot to learn about that.
Well, she certainly looked very comfortable, very composed here all week long. Her second triple flip here. She was off in the air, but she saved the landing.
One final combination scheduled. Triple toe. Triple sow.
I said at the beginning of the week, I thought this would be a breakthrough competition for Joannie, and she has broken through.
I was so impressed by the way she missed the opening jump and then didn't miss any.
There's an expression in sports, it's not the mistake, but how you recover, and she proved that today. Joannie Rochette, only 18, representing Canada at her second World Championships.
This is the opening jump, the triple loop, and it just doesn't get high enough. She makes contact with the ice, and she's still in her rotating position.
Here's her triple Lutz, though, that she came back with, the jump that she struggled with for her career. Very clean.
Triple flip, one of her best jumps, most consistent jumps demonstrated here today. Puts it in sequence with a good triple toe jump.
And so now the marks for Joannie Rochette of Canada. For technical merit, they range from 5'2" to 5'7". And for presentation, 5'4" to 5'9". So young Joannie Rochette will indeed reach her goal. That was to finish higher than 17th of a year ago. Right now she's ranked 2. Here are the standings now with the final flight of 6 to come. Fumie Suguri of Japan in first place. Joannie Rochette second. Slutskaya, the world champion of 2 years ago, making a dramatic return from illness today in third place. The Russian Elena Sokolova in fourth, and Jennifer Robinson in 8th place. Now here's Brian with Joannie Rochette.
Joannie Rochette is here. That's your first 5'9" in a major competition?
Yeah, well, it's my first 5'9" ever. I'm so excited about it, and I mean, I've skated good all season, but I didn't get 5'9". I was so excited when I saw it. I'm like, oh my God.
How tough to come back on that first fall? Barb Underhill said you just seemed to almost sit down, but then you were able to recover.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, because usually the loop is my best jump, and in the past when I missed the loop, I would let everything go. So when I missed it, I was like, okay, come back, and you've got to fight for the rest, and I'm happy I did it.
Joannie, what have you learned here? As I said, you were 17th last year. You're advancing. That's what you wanted to do. But what do you take away from this?
The major thing I think I take away is that we'll need to do triple next year as the combo in the short, because I think all the top girls here did that, and we want to move up as well next year, and this will be an important thing to come back.
Time to celebrate. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Lots more to come as CBC's coverage continues from Dortmund, Germany. You're watching the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships.
The warm-up underway for the final flight of this women's free skate this afternoon in Dortmund, Germany, and this should be exciting. Lots of drama as the 5-time champion Michelle Kwan being challenged by her heir apparent Sasha Cohen.
Sasha Cohen's got a new dress for this performance. She looks tough. She looks on. And as we said earlier, she's got a whole new approach. She's just focusing on what she has to do.
Not her opponents.
Well, she looked very consistent here so far, winning the qualifying round as well as the short program. It certainly puts her in the driver's seat.
Question is, will she deliver in the free skate?
She usually comes out strong. It's later in the program that she has difficulties with some of the easier triples. She's got to keep the focus all the way through. Shizuka Arakawa, I think we all thought got overmarked in the short program. She had 2 cheats on her jumps, and they were simply overlooked by the judges. She had a bit of a gift.
But under Tarasova, who she has moved to quite recently, we've already seen a marked improvement in her performance level, and I thought her overall attack of the program has improved greatly as well.
But had she received those deductions, certainly Michelle Kwan would be sitting in a better spot right now, as would Miki Ando.
Well, Kwan, of course, was a victim of a music program length violation in the short program, which resulted in a 0.1 coming off each of the 2 marks. The Americans put in an appeal to have that changed, but it was not accepted, so the standings did not change. But Michelle took this ice, and she looked as determined as I've ever seen her.
No doubt she will be on fire.
And here's the 16-year-old world champion from Japan, Miki Ando.
If this isn't the skating story of the year, I don't know what is. This young lady has won 6 consecutive events coming into this competition. Yes, one might argue they were all on the junior scene, but she's stepped onto this world stage and has been nothing short of spectacular. She has a quad scheduled in this program, and it's just a question of how brilliant will she be today.
All right, Paul, here's the order of go for the final flight in this women's free skate. Arakawa will lead off, then jumping Julia Sebestyen from Hungary. Sasha Cohen ahead of Michelle Kwan. That could help her psychologically. Then Miki Ando and Carolina Kostner of Italy. And so here she is, Shizuka Arakawa of Japan. As Paul mentioned, just 3 weeks ago, she left her coach, Richard Callahan, and joined Tatiana Tarasova. Callahan learning of the change in a fax from the Japanese Federation, and the Japanese officials say she is much improved. A big jumper who needs more relationship with her music and the audience. Second after the short program.
Well, they went to the coach that thought could give her what she needed, and that's what Tarasova is so well known for, just bringing the heart out of a skater. She has a big combination planned here.
This was the one element that got away from her in the qualifying round.
Triple Lutz, triple toe, double loop.
Arakawa, you can see skating with the bandaged left leg. She injured her hamstring in practice yesterday.
Triple sow, triple toe. That's the second triple combination early in the program.
Excellent triple flip. She knows that this program will be the standard by which everything else will be measured in terms of who will win this competition. So she cannot afford to make a mistake if she wishes to make a claim to the title. Gorgeous triple loop jump.
not even the 2-minute mark, and she's already laid down 6 clean triples.
Arakawa has competed against Sasha Cohen 5 times this year and finished behind her in all but one event. That was the International Challenge in Detroit when Cohen fell 3 times.
Beautiful second triple Lutz. Put a huge smile on her face.
The performance to beat Shizuka Arakawa of Japan.
And what a performance it is.
In the past, Shizuka always was a little bit distant in terms of the presentation, but she was right out there with the audience. She brought them right along with this performance.
What a ride it was. Emotionally engaging, technically superior.
And a standing ovation.
Remember, Sasha Cohen does not do a triple-triple combination. Shizuka just laid down 2.
See her greeted here by Tatiana Tarasova, who has had numerous champions over the course of her coaching career.
Great speed going into this triple Lutz. Unbelievable, as she carries great speed out of it, which is why she can get that second triple in and a third with the double loop on the end.
One of the things that cannot be ignored is the fact that every triple jump in this program had huge speed. The ones at the beginning of the program, the ones at the end. That's a huge consideration from a judge's perspective.
Now the marks for Shizuka Arakawa of Japan.
Oh, and they're huge for technical merit. 5.7 to 6.0. For presentation, 5.8 to 5.9. There's the presentation mark she was missing before. Arakawa moves into first place and is the skater to beat here in Dortmund.
Tough to beat, though.
We'll continue with the final flight in the women's free skate right after this. Welcome back to the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships, presented by BMO Financial Group. From Hungary, Julia Sebestyen, the European champion this year, the first Hungarian women's European champion ever, and the first gold for that country in almost 50 years. Fifth after the short.
But like all of the women in this final group, she's a very accomplished technician. Her jumps generally are big, they're solid.
The second mark that's always held her back.
Turns the opening triple Salchow into a huge single.
She's going to come back here with the triple Lutz. Her best jump. Wow. That had almost a delay in the air. She has so much height and so much time to do the rotation.
Triple loop is good. Second triple Lutz, huge.
Well, Julia came into this competition with newfound confidence after a strong year on the podium in all 4 of her fall events.
Not even a hesitation going into that triple flip.
Excellent triple toe jump. And again, the double Salchow, which should have been a triple. That jump has given her trouble on both attempts here today. There was sufficient content in this program to score some decent technical merit marks, but I find her to be not nearly as fluid or as lyrical as the other skaters in this final flight, and that's what's going to hold her back.
Julia Sebestyen of Hungary, the European champion.
I was somewhat surprised at the difficulty she had with the sow cow. It seemed like she just couldn't get comfortable with that particular jump here today. Here was one of her attempts at the sow cow. This is the one that just simply popped in the air, never got pulled in to rotate.
But then she came back, pulled it herself together, and straight up into this enormous triple Lutz double toe loop. Very strong jump for her.
Now the marks for Julia Sebestyen of Hungary here in the free skate program. For technical merit, they range from 5.3 to 5.7. And for presentation, 5.3 to 5.8. Julia Sebestyen will finish second at this point behind Arakawa.
Julia Sebestyen is at the moment in second position.
When we come back, Sasha Cohen of the United States skates in the free.
As we come back to Dortmund, Germany, the best bratwurst and ham you have ever tasted is featured in this Westfalenhalle. If you are just joining us, good afternoon. I'm Brian Williams. Welcome back to the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships here in Germany. Still to come is the American sensation Sasha Cohen, who put on that brilliant performance last night in the short program. This is the 6th and final day of competition. Now, we're on the air again tomorrow night, Sunday night, 8 o'clock local, 8:30 in Newfoundland with the gala. But this is it for competition, so it's the final installment of the Inside Edge with Paul Martini.
The Inside Edge, brought to you by BMO Financial Group.
Music. Without it, the sport of figure skating would not be the athletic art form that it is. Other sports, such as gymnastics and synchronized swimming, have attempted to marry music to their sport, but no other sport has a marriage with music the way that figure skating does. Have you ever noticed that some programs completely capture the imagination, sweep you up in a rush of emotion, while others leave you feeling empty? Michelle Kwan has an ability to work with her music, to express the emotion of the music with her body in more ways than just spinning and jumping. It's all about the quality of the material between the big elements, the presentation, the part of the score that makes up the second mark. There are skaters who have an almost magical ability to interpret and move to their music in a fashion that emotionally involves you in their performance. It is the idea of what their music is all about. Other skaters give you the feeling that their music is there much the same way Muzak is there in the background on an elevator. Skaters who use their music in this fashion fail to realize the potential of a well-choreographed program. But those skaters who appreciate every little nuance, whose expression portrays a connection with the soul of the music, they will deliver a program worthy of a standing ovation.
From the United States of America, 19-year-old Sasha Cohen. Some final words of advice from her coach, Robin Wagner. Here are the current standings. It's Arakawa first, Sebestyen second, and Suguri in third. But it's the skate of Arakawa that Sasha Cohen has to beat here today. She comes into this free skate.
The clock has started. She's been announced. She has 2 minutes to take center ice, and she's just now lifted up the tights off her skate, redone the skate.
She's taking her time to get comfortable.
Sasha Cohen has a history of flopping in the free skate program. All year it's been her biggest nemesis. She comes in first after the short. Still steadying herself, Paul, as you mentioned, taking her time getting started. She will skate to Swan Lake.
Already, I have a good feeling for her. Just the look on her face says so much. Triple Lutz. She hangs on to that landing.
That was to have been a combination.
Triple flip. Again, she's just a little bit off on the landings, but she's fighting for them.
Triple loop is good. What concerns me already is the simple fact that this program, on paper, doesn't stack up against that of Arakawa. She's already missed one opportunity at a combination, and she only has one other scheduled.
It's the jump that has given her problems, but she did it.
Amazing flexibility. She's halfway home.
Setting up here for a second triple Lutz. This one must be in combination. Yes. Oh. And that could be the gold medal gone. Again, another mental error late in the program.
Even with that error, I don't believe there's enough of the right stuff in this program. It seems like the American women have been content to sit behind Kwan, who's never pushed the envelope very hard technically. There'll be no triple-triple combinations in this program. Arakawa has already done 2, and this program simply is not going to be enough.
Sasha Cohen of the United States. But one mistake. But will it be costly?
Well, I think no matter what happens here, she's going to have to go home and pull that quad salchow out of the closet again. It was a jump that she tried and tried for years. She knows now after this event, she needs triple-triple combination, and she needs the quad. Here's a look at one of her triple Lutzes. She does flip over to the inside edge going up and really struggles for that landing.
This was the opening jump. It was to have been a triple Lutz combination, but she has such difficulty just hanging on to that landing. There was no way she could try the second jump. Triple flip, very well done. This was the one jump that got away on her. Attempted the triple salchow. She just doesn't snap it in hard enough and get on top of it. and steps out of it.
Okay, let's see how the judges score this. For Sasha Cohen's free skate. For technical merit, no, 5.6 to 5.9. And for presentation, 5.8 to 5.9, but it's not enough. Sasha Cohen will be second behind Shizuka Arakawa of Japan. When we come back, 5-time world champion Michelle Kwan will skate in Dortmund. Welcome back to the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships, presented by BMO Financial Group. She is the most important figure skater of the last half-century. The five-time...
Whoa, center ice, center ice, center ice.
We've got a
center ice.
Goodness. What is this?
How do you like the show so far? How did this guy get on the ice? That's my question.
Security people are calling him off, but he's not coming.
We've had streakers on the 19th hole, but this in skating is a first.
And Michelle Kwan has been called off the ice by her coach. What a distraction.
How did this gentleman get to ringside with skates on? Get on the ice, and nobody in this building saw it.
There's Raphael Artunian trying to calm Michelle, but she doesn't look like she's bothered. And again, the officials who don't have skates are having a hard time catching this clown on the ice as Kwan settles herself backstage.
I have to laugh.
It is worth laughing at, but the question is, how did he get there?
Oh.
So a bizarre turn of events as Michelle Kwan waits to skate her free program. How unfair for her.
Absolutely, and if I was her, I would take all the time I needed.
She's back. Is she steady?
She's pointing at something on the ice.
Maybe some debris from that idiot. As we look at the standings, Arakawa still first, Sasha Cohen second, and Sebestyen hanging on to third place. Michelle Kwan is fourth after the short program. Her reign as the five-time and defending world champion is threatened this afternoon. Michelle Kwan taking her time here. The crowd throwing its support behind her after that bizarre incident that has delayed her free skate this afternoon. She was named last week the 2003 United States Olympic Committee Sportswoman of the Year. And now all of her confidence and her steadiness and her experience is being challenged this afternoon.
Well, she looks unsettled, but if anybody can handle this type of thing happening, it's Michelle.
Opens with an excellent triple loop jump. That element eluded her in the qualifying, but not here this afternoon. Excellent triple flip jump. hangs on to the landing of that triple toe.
One last big triple to go. Triple Lutz. And she doubled it. She needed that second triple Lutz if she had any hope of beating Shizuka.
Barb, I think the program, again, like that of Cohen's, never had, before it even started, enough content in it to beat Shizuka. And that's the critical flaw here with both of these American women. They didn't come with the right stuff to this competition, and it's been the difference here. The triple-triple combination for women is now an absolute must.
The five-time world champion, Michelle Kwan. She may not hold on to her title tonight, but after that huge distraction, she skated like a champion.
Absolutely, Mark. I cannot give her enough credit for the antics that we saw prior to the skate. That would have been enough to unravel almost all of us. She took her time. She showed a bit of humor, rolled with it, came out and skated magnificently. This was her triple Lutz, combined with a double toe, but there's where she needs to up the ante. She needs a triple-triple.
This was a solid triple flip for her. You wonder if she's going to go home and change her mind about the upcoming Olympic Games, because she knows in order to win gold there, she'll need a triple-triple combination. I'm sure she's worked on them, and obviously it's just not within her abilities.
And now the marks for Michelle Kwan of the United States. For technical merit, the range is 5.6 to 5.9. And for presentation, 5.7 to 6.0. But it won't be enough. Michelle Kwan's reign will end here today as she sits third behind Arakawa and Cohen. So here are the current overall standings in the women's free skate. Shizuka Arakawa of Japan is still first, followed by Sasha Cohen of the United States. And the five-time world champion Michelle Kwan of the U.S. will not retain her world title. She is currently third and standing by with Brian Williams.
Thank you, Mark. Michelle just said to me, I've never seen anything like that in all my years of competing.
This is my 11th World Championship, and haven't seen a performance quite like that before. The one before me, I guess I got hopefully additional points for that as part of my program.
Did you consider delaying more? I mean, you know, how do you pull back? I saw officials talk to you, and they seemed to offer you and your coach the option of delaying, and you shook your head.
Well, I was kind of weighing the option because I was a little worried because he got his skates, he had clothes all over the ice. I was worried that there was some other like dust or dirt flying around. But you know, I was ready, and what can I say? It was a shock, but I just had to regroup and just get inside my head and just focus on what I had to do.
Michelle, you've only been in 2 major competitions. You've done a lot of TV skates this year. What do you do now? Do you retire? Do you go on to next year's Worlds? Do you aim for a tour in Italy? What is your plan?
Retirement, wow. I haven't thought of that. I'm just enjoying myself. And
I mean retire from so many big international.
I know, but I mean competing. I love competing. I love being out there in front of the audience and the judges, and you know, the pressure, the intensity, everything. In Torino, who knows what can happen in the next 2 years, but take it day by day and just enjoy myself and not ask too much of myself.
So we're planning to see you next year in Moscow?
Perhaps.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back, the 16-year-old world junior champion from Japan, Miki Ando, skates for a chance to win the gold. Thank you, Scott. While the drama continues to build this afternoon at the World Figure Skating Championships. This young woman Miki Ando, only 16, already the world junior champion this year, has a chance to capture the world senior gold medal if she wins this free skate right here, right now.
And it would be an historic moment, for there's never been a skater to capture the junior world title and the senior world title in the same year.
She'll open with the most difficult combination in the competition. Triple Lutz, triple loop. It was done for the first time by Irina Slutskaya in 2000, and she does it.
Nicely underway.
Rarely seen, rarely attempted. She's going to go for a quad sow cow.
Doubles it. She was the first woman to land a quad. That was back in 2002 at the Grand Prix, Junior Grand Prix final.
Miki Ando not only won the world junior title this year, she upset Fumie Suguri to win the Japanese championship, and she is unbeaten in every event this year. Only 16. And you have to wonder what Canada's Cynthia Phaneuf is thinking right now. She's 16, the Canadian champion, and in the stands watching, not competing.
Junior skaters nowadays get so much experience. They have their own Junior Grand Prix circuit. In the old days, they maybe had one major competition. So they're getting all the experience they need just to step into the senior competition. There's a second triple-triple combination planned here. Triple toe, triple toe. This program is comparable to Shizuka's program in terms of the technical content, but I still feel that Shizuka had the performance.
There's a lack of maturity here. It's reflective in the fact that this is a girl who has just come out of junior into the senior ranks. It needs some more style. It needs some more sophistication. It just needs time because everything else is already there.
Look out, 2006.
Sixteen-year-old Miki Ando of Japan flirting with history this afternoon.
The Japanese carry such great speed in and out of their jumps, which is why they can do the triple-triple combinations so easily.
This was her attempt at the quad. She turned it into a large double. But you know from what we've seen in practice, that jump is going to happen for her one day.
Second triple combination, triple toe loop, up into a second triple toe. A little bit of a cheat there on the end. You can see the mark on the ice.
Miki Ando, Japan.
And now the marks for Miki Ando of Japan. For technical merit, they range from 5.5 to 5.8. That won't be enough. For presentation, 5.4 to 5.8. No, it is the fourth placed free skate, and that will leave the young Japanese skater in fourth place behind Michelle Kwan. And Shizuka Arakawa has just learned that she will be the new world champion in women's figure skating. What a tremendous afternoon. The final skater of the day, another teenager from Italy, Carolina Kostner, in sixth place after the short program. A silver medalist at the Italian National Championships this year.
She's another skater that we'll be looking for in Torino in 2006. She skates with tremendous speed. And again, just out of the junior ranks.
She might get that from her dad, who was an Olympian in the 1984 Sarajevo Olympic Winter Games.
As a hockey player.
Yes.
Good speed flying into this combination. Triple flip, triple toe, double loop. Wow. Second triple combination planned here. Triple lutz, double toe. I think she was probably a little too close to the boards there.
Huge speed into this triple loop jump. Double axel, hop. Was to have been a triple sow, but the element just did not carry enough speed and flow to get her up into that second jump.
She needs to work a little bit on her spins.
Oh, bad lean right off the takeoff on that jump.
What a hard fall.
It appears as though the fall on the triple Lutz was really something to take the air out of her, because the last portion of this program really didn't carry the same kind of speed that she delivered early on.
We'll be watching her, though, in the future, that's for sure.
Young Carolina Kostner of Italy in her World Championship debut, and a case of nerves.
How many skaters come into their first Worlds and end up in the final flight skating behind the big ones? Triple flip, triple toe loop, double loop to open. Very, very strong opening.
Triple Lutz jump, again, good height, but a little weak at the waist, but she drives back up into the second jump of the combination. Little trouble on the landing of it.
And now the marks for young Carolina Kostner of Italy. And the marks for technical merit will range from 5.2 to 5.9. For presentation, 5.2 to 5.7. Carolina Kostner will finish in 5th place in her first ever World Championship. And so here are the final standings. Shizuka Arakawa of Japan wins the gold. For the first time in 10 years, Japan has a champion at the Worlds since Yuha Sato won it in 1994. The daughter of Miki Ando's coach here today. In 2nd place, Sasha Cohen of the United States wins a silver. Michelle Kwan loses her title, finishing with the bronze, her 9th medal at the World Championships. Joannie Rochette of Canada is the lead Canadian with a personal best 8th place finish here today. And Jennifer Robinson, a gallant 14th in Dortmund. Now here's Brian with the new world champion.
Thank you, Mark. New champion indeed. Shizuka, congratulations. You are the world champion.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy and very surprised.
You said you always wanted to have better presentation marks. Technical was never a problem. Today, you had a 6.
Yes, just very surprised.
You appeared strong out there, even towards the end. You were not tired, because this was a fast program. You appeared strong.
Yes, beginning was so nervous, but end of program it was so relaxed and happy.
So in the middle of the program, you relaxed a bit, and
yes.
where are we going?
Yes, relaxed, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You have a party tonight?
I think so.
Congratulations. You got to get your medal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll return to Dortmund, Germany, and more coverage of the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships. Welcome back to the 2004 World Figure Skating Championships presented by BMO Financial Group. Well, a dramatic and bizarre afternoon here in the women's free skate as Japan goes to the top of the podium with Shizuka Arakawa for the first time in 10 years. And Barb, she skated first in the final flight, and she set the standard.
Well, she set the standard here today at this event, but I think she has set the new standard for women's skating, and I think there's a lot of key players that are going to have to go home, make some big decisions, go back to the drawing board. Things have changed.
The Americans playing second fiddle here this afternoon as Sasha Cohen wins her first world medal, a silver, and Michelle Kwan's reign ends after a chaotic interruption.
Well, I thought that many coming into this World Championships thought that Sasha Cohen really was the girl to beat here, but clearly that is not the case. The American women have set themselves up by making Michelle Kwan the target, but indeed, she never was the target here. They've been complacent with regards to pushing the envelope. Kwan has never been very good at the triple-triple combination. Arakawa demonstrated here, Ando demonstrated here, that that's what's required to become a major player now in the women's competition. And if the Americans wish to get back to the top of the podium, as Barb, you mentioned, they've got to go home and do a lot of work.
Let's turn our attention to the Canadians, Joannie Rochette and Jennifer Robinson. I thought they both skated proudly here this week.
Well, Joannie came out, and I think what she did was showed that she belongs. She was so composed, so calm throughout the whole week. But for Jennifer Robinson, I'm just so happy that she's going out with such a great skate to remember. She's carried women's skating in Canada. She has done a tremendous job, always with grace, always with style. She should be so proud of what she has done here and also for Canadian skating.
Shizuka Arakawa of Japan steps to the top of the podium, the new world champion in women's figure skating, as the reign of the five-time champion Michelle Kwan comes to an end. Brian?
Thank you, Mark. Not only is Michelle Kwan denied a sixth world championship, the Russian streak of 3 gold medals is stopped here in Dortmund. Let me update what happened to the idiot that went out prior to Michelle Kwan on the ice with the skates with the .com or website ad on his front and his back. Police tell me when he got off the ice, he kicked off his skates and ran barefoot into a parking lot where he was subdued. He has been taken away by the police. Police spokesman tell me, and I quote, "We don't think he's German. He sounded like either an American or an Englishman." When I asked them why did he do it, they said his only reply was, it was a boring afternoon, and he wanted to liven up the proceedings. When this women's competition started, the story was Michelle Kwan in quest of her 6th world championship. After a brilliant short program yesterday, the story earlier today was Sasha Cohen, but tonight, the story is Shizuka Arakawa from Japan. And just a reminder, the competition is wrapped up here at these 2004 World Championships, but we're back tomorrow night at 8 local, 8:30 in Newfoundland with the gala presentation. Again, Japan stands atop the podium in women's figure skating. And now for Mark Lee, Barbara Underhill, and Paul Martini, I'm Brian Williams. That's it from here in Dortmund, Germany. Let's go back to CBC Sports Saturday and Scott Russell. Scott?